Hi there, ho there, happy day everybody. Let's have fun and be so totally lazy, because I know for a damn fact we are all working too fucking hard for not nearly enough. Hi everyone, it's Monday James here from Monday James HQ. Is it just me? Or does New Year's feel like it was like 3 months ago? It is the 12th of January, and I feel like we have been in this year for a year already. Holy shit. Jesus God, what's going on? Hi everyone. It's Monday again, so we're going to talk about some Monday stuff. Let's start off, of course, with the housekeeping, which is to say that if you are watching this video on YouTube, which is probably where you're watching this video, you should please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I put up stuff every Monday, plus other times of the week when I have something to share. So please go ahead and subscribe to that. It will make me feel better about my life, and isn't that really what your goal is, to make me feel better about my life? Beyond that, if you have enjoyed the Songs of the Week videos and the weekly check-in videos, I would implore you to please head over to my Patreon, patreon.com/JamesHearneMusic. It is a lot of the same Song of the Week videos, as well as a whole bunch of other Song of the Week videos that the public doesn't get to see. You get some more of my somewhat less filtered commentary because it's behind a paywall. And also you get sometimes live videos and original songs and all kinds of great stuff. You can sign up there for free if you want to, but if you were to have like $1 or $2 or $5 a month that you didn't necessarily need, you could throw it my way, because I probably kind of do need it. It's a lot of hard work to avoid having a real job, and I still don't make that much money. So if you had $1 or $2 you wanted to throw my way per month, that would be spectacular. I would really appreciate that. You don't have to, of course. You can do it for free if you don't want to do that. That's fine. I'd rather you get the content than that you pay for the content. That would be great for me if you did both. Finally, if you head over to Bandcamp, jameshearne.bandcamp.com, you can pick up a copy of the Artisan Sessions Volume 1, which is my first release of original material since before the pandemic. It is a career-spanning compilation of songs from my entire adult life, re-recorded freshly in my home. In fact, this very seat that I'm sitting right now, I think it's pretty good. 13 songs for $5. Also, I just got my first listen to the first mix of a brand new EP that I'm extremely excited to release later this year. I don't know quite when yet. We haven't gotten that far, but it is in process. It sounds great. I am super excited about it. I can't wait for you all to hear it. If you're on the Patreon, you might get to hear it earlier than other people. Hint, hint, hint. But please feel free to do what's best for you at all times, as long as that does not include making life substantially worse for anybody else. Now, of course, I know there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. Everything you do makes life worse for somebody, because this is a god-awful world that we have chosen to make so stupid, and we should be choosing to make it better. Instead, good luck with all that. Let's go see what we're going to do. Regardless, let's talk about let's see, what did I have to talk about today? I had a great KTO gig on Saturday at the Armadillo Den, which I love. The Armadillo Den, I love Kathleen Turner Overdrive. It was cold, but we partied anyway. Had a grand old time. Threw a couple of older stuff and a couple of weirder stuff in there. Had a great time. Good times there. Had a good Can't Hardly Wait's gig at the Blind Pig on Thursday, although I did bash the shit out of my arm at the Blind Pig, running behind that second bar. I don't bruise easily, so the fact that that's there still 5 days later is pretty impressive, frankly. When I do hurt myself, I do it for real, folks. Let's not pretend otherwise. Couple of great solo gigs. I just had a good weekend. A lot of good songs sung, a lot of good people met, a lot of good guitaring accomplished from my end of things. Things are going pretty okay. My Birds are out of the playoffs, which is okay. They kind of stunk this year. Even when they were winning, they still kind of stunk. My Bills are still going, so we'll see how that's my new focus for the next few weeks is go Bills, because the Birds shat the bed, as they are wont to do this year. So let's see. I sort of watched the Golden Globes. It didn't have any sound, but I saw I get to watch them during the gig last night, which was nice. It's really nice that the bartender at my residency, Taylor's a lovely dude, I like very much, and who, upon sort of thinking about the day as he was heading into work, realized that the Golden Globes were on, thought, hey, I'll bet James is going to want to watch that, and put the TV facing the stage to the Golden Globes before I even asked. What lovely people. I know Josh there as well was thinking about the same thing. So it's nice to feel seen sometimes. Congratulations to all those who won and were nominated for the Golden Globes. I'm going to probably go back and watch some of the speeches today once I get done with all this, because I find them entertaining usually. I hear Nikki Glaser did a good job. I want to see her monologue for sure. Anyway, there's been a lot of great movies this year. So if you haven't seen like Sinners or One Battle or Hamnet or Marty Supreme are big ones. The new Superman was really great. I could probably do a list, but I haven't bothered, so I'm not going to try and do it off the cuff. That seems like a waste of my time and yours. So let's move on to that. We lost a real one of the realest of real ones, Bobby Weir, passed along to the great beyond on Saturday. Devastating, but also a life well lived. I mean, that's a guy who lived 78 years on this planet and literally never had a job that was not playing guitar for the Grateful Dead or some subset of that. That's impressive. That's the dream right there that obviously most of us are not living, but what a generationally talented guitar player, and absolutely just a huge loss to the world. But of course, you think about the sheer volume of material of music left behind. Even with most bands that get live recordings, live concerts recorded, whether they bootlegged or not, whether it's intentional, whether it's shared on purpose or not, think about just how much of Bob Weir's music was recorded and is widely available. The Grateful Dead played, 2,000 shows, 2,500 shows, something like that, over 30 years, and then the various subsets, all of, Rat Dog and The Dead and the other ones and Further and Phil and Friends and Dead and Co., all these different forms of this same conversation. And that's kind of what really appeals to me about really great jam bands, of whom I think there's only a couple, frankly, is that, when you get the really, really great ones, it's just this, and, the Dead are the sort of top of it because the songs are so good. I love me some Fish. I've seen 40-some-odd Fish shows. I adore them. I think they're my dudes. Their songs kind of stink a lot of the time. The playing is incredible, and the songs, are dumb in a way that I can get behind, but they're still kind of dumb. Whereas the Grateful Dead, their songs are so good that I believe you could do a band that just plays Dead songs and doesn't jam them. I think there's enough meat on the bone that you could do 2 sets a night every night and not jam, and those songs will still work. Add in the jamming, it's a whole different thing. But so it's just this sense of conversation that carries, and that has carried beyond the deaths of Pigpen and Jerry and now Phil and now Bobby, but it still carries on. The songs still resonate. There are still players out there chasing that vibe. People who are still moved by that work and still moved to do that work. There are, off the top of my head, 2 full-on Grateful Dead jam bands, cover bands in Austin. And frankly, The Dead is one of the great bands to do a cover band for because the playing is the point. every show is different because every show you're just reaching out for something and hoping to find it. And I think it was Phil Lesh who said at one point that, like, in the 70s especially, there was Dark Star was always playing someplace, and every night the Dead would reach out and grab it for 10 to 30 minutes, but it was still happening when they weren't doing it, which I think is about right. Frankly, that energy, that sound, that's the reason that stuff all works, is because it's still out there someplace. There's something cosmic and weird, and no, I'm not high right now, but there's just something cosmic and weird and wild about that music that, if it's played well, if it's played with integrity, if it's played by people who understand it even a little bit, it's there for all of them. So it's just it's a huge loss to lose Bobby, but what a wonderful life he lived. What a wonderful catalog of work he left behind. You can probably guess what my song of the week will be, or at least who it will be by. So here's to Bobby. Thanks, buddy, for all the work. Let's talk about this week real quick. I've been rambling for a bit, as is my wont. This week, it's Monday. Hi, everybody. It's Monday James here from Monday James HQ. It's Monday, so I'll be at the Blind Pig from 5 till 8 for the Welcome to the Working Week residency, as I am every Monday. You can imagine I'll probably play a fair amount of Dead today. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Come on down for that. 6th Street is, I know 6th Street, but Monday at 5, it's pretty low-key. It's you can kind of come hang out. It's not too crazy. Thursday night, the Can't Hardly Waits, my 1990s guitar pop rock band trio, will be hitting the Speakeasy for the first time on Congress Street. Speakeasy is one of the great stages in the bar scene in Austin. Great lights, great sound, great space. Love to be there. Thursday night, 9:30 till 1:30 a.m. Long show, late show, but should be a lot of fun. Playing all the best 90s guitar pop we can think of. Friday, I'm heading out to Garrison Brothers Distillery out in Hye, Texas. Hye, Hye. Hello. Love Garrison Brothers. Haven't been there for a minute. It's a great space to come out. Their whiskey is delicious. Their foodstuffs are delicious. I really enjoy being out there, and I'm glad to get back. There's some of my favorites out that way. It's going to be 1 till 4 on a Friday afternoon, so if you have like a day job, tough shit, but if you're available, come on out. Cause some trouble with me. Right now, Friday night is empty, which I sort of hope will stay the case, kinda, because one of the Grateful Dead cover bands I mentioned earlier is playing at Captain Quack's, and I live near there, so I can go walk down and cause some trouble. So I kind of want to keep that night free, but obviously, if work comes along, you take it, and you do what you got to do. Saturday, I got a double header because I can't ever not double head sometimes. But Saturday in the afternoon, I'll be heading up to Slackers Brewing, up very near Cedar Park, but not quite in Cedar Park. Very, very northwest Austin. It is Derek, the head Slacker's birthday, and he's having a kind of a shindig there, and I'm going to play a couple hours for it, which I'm so pleased and honored to be a part of. Love Derek, love Slackers. It's a place that when I was first moving here 4 years and some change ago, and I was sort of researching, looking for, I realized, like, I can't just like Google search bars with music in Austin. That's not going to work out for me. That's going to give me, but like breweries, I can look for wineries, that kind of thing, just to get kind of into the swing of things. And I kept running across the website for Slackers, but there was no address on it because they hadn't opened yet. They were building the thing, they were working towards, but they hadn't had anything to work. So I moved here, and like maybe the week or so that I moved here, they opened like 5 minutes from my sister's house where I was living for the first couple months. I'm like, oh, okay, great. So you're right there. Play there a bunch of times. I love it. Great beers, lovely people, lovely space. I'm honored to be a part of Derek's birthday. And then that night, Saturday night, the Can't Hardly Waits will ride again, heading down to Rainey Street to play Victory Lap. Victory Lap is fun. Big TV for sports. And then also rock and roll band playing 90s songs. So that should be a lot of fun there too. And then Sunday, of course, I'll be back at Boulevard Social for the Sunday evening coming down residency, as I am every Sunday from 8 to 11. Also, to put on your calendar for next week, Thursday the 22nd, the Can't Hardly Waits are going to be on 6th again at the Blind Pig. And then Friday the 23rd, KTO will be at West 6th, the Rustic Tap, Those are both night shows. Those are going to be a lot of fun. So Thursday, Friday rock shows next week, but Thursday, Saturday rock shows this week, plus a folk show Friday, folk show Sunday. Could be and a folk show Saturday. Should be a really good week. I'm excited to do it. I'm looking forward to getting into it. I'll get off this video because I'm talking for freaking ever, and I got to do some songs. Anyway, be safe, be kind, be well. Come see the rock shows. Come see the folk shows. Watch more movies because they're great. Go to the theaters because go to Alamo. It rules. Anyway, word. See you in a minute.